and I hope, of course, we're gonna win it. So, yeah.
Excellent. Cool. Well, thank you very much for talking to us. Congratulations on the win. We look forward. You'll have more time to prepare this time around than the very short turnaround you had from yesterday.
That's good. Yeah. Nice, guys. So, I love this tournament. I love this game.
Oh my God.
Well, I love your patience, Snacks, with us, and that you continue to have high spirits in spite of the circumstances that were beyond your control. So thank you very much for joining us for the interview. We really appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you again in your match versus Sprout.
All right. Thank you, guys. See ya.
Congrats. Thanks.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to take a quick break, guys, before we get into our second match of the day. A surprisingly strong Astralis start to this tournament meets with the team that upset Vitality, Double Pony. So certainly an interesting matchup between the old guard and the new. We'll be back in a few to talk about it. Well, I guess there's a nice rainbow somewhere in Europe right now. It's in the early morning here in North America. We are starting our second match of the day. It's very exciting because we have the reigning major champions in Astralis, and they will be facing off against the young French Colts from Double Pony.
Yeah.
Colts plural.
Colts. Yeah, that's right. Two ponies, but 5 men.
Two.
How does that work? I don't know. Can 5 men ride 2 ponies?
Can they
Sounds
fit?
difficult.
Can they fit? Will one fall off? That's the question.
The questions that we have about Double Pony. Fantastic name, fantastic videos. You can check them out on their Twitter. Have yourself a nice laugh. And speaking of Twitter, you can check us out. You can check me out on Twitter. I'm at Monte Cristo. But you can also check Flashpoint out on Twitter at Flashpoint. And if you want us to see all your angry complaints about the tournament, be sure to use the hashtag Flashpoint or Flashpoint CSGO. Thank you very much, all you Twitter eggs that have been quite angry.
We also accept nice things.
I'm going to slide into the DMs.
What are you going to do there?
I got nothing, actually. I got nothing. Snacks took it in stride. He was great.
What a good sport.
What an amazing
He
interview.
had nice things to say.
Yeah.
He said he liked us.
They
you hear that?
Yeah, he likes us. Wasn't facetious at all. Anyway, what was your take on that last map, Launders? Because it was like really tight there at the end. Very exciting.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy casting it? Did it live up to your expectations? Any takeaways from the Anonymous victory?
I did, yeah. Snacks is the I thought Snacks was gonna be washed. Okay, because I didn't watch them coming into the tournament, and every time we have
did well in the close qualifier.
Yeah, that's the thing. I just saw the results, and from the results, to be like, oh wow, they're actually pretty good. But I didn't realize how good Snacks was.
He still got it, man.
He still very much got it in like a way that I haven't seen from some of the older players who have been settling in the tier 2, tier 3 to just pop back up in the way he did. So I was blown away. I won't lie.
Yeah, his game sense seemed really on point.
That's the thing. He missed some shots, but it always felt like he was very aware and very like sure of himself, which was very impressive.
I always think like Snacks is somebody whose movement is always insane in combat, and I think you could appreciate that. Launders, the movement god.
Yeah, he maneuvered.
He's a maneuverer.
He did some pit maneuvers. Yeah, in the smokes.
Well, I mean, very good to see him at least taking a strong leadership position with the younger players as well. I think, no doubt, his attitude in the server really helped when you're in those scary elimination moments and you really need some clutch play from some of your rookies. Well, having the good attitude there can really deliver it. So enough about Anonymous. We will be seeing them in their next match versus Sprout, but that'll be in a few days' time. What we're interested in is the here and now. And the here and now are defending major champions Astralis, deviceless now. Their last major championship was a couple years ago, but still going quite strong. And to talk about their first win over OG, we'll be back to that in a second. But we're also going to talk about Double Pony, which is, I think, one of the biggest shocks of the tournament, coming in, of course, from the qualifiers, and then immediately taking out Vitality. So what were your impressions initially of Double Pony at the start of this event? Was this the French teams knowing each other super well, so it allowed Double Pony to kind of snipe Vitality? Or was it a Double Pony team that you think can actually make a deep run against some of the world's best?
Now, I'm not saying that Double Pony isn't capable of doing that, but I think the Apex interview after we had spoken with Vitality, where he kind of shed some light on how well these French players know each other in-game and just how they can play so well and confidently against each other, kind of shed some light on the reality of it, like, hey, this is probably a really tough matchup for Vitality to win, so the fact that they got blanked by Double Pony surprising? Yes. Now, is that indicative of what Double Pony is capable of moving forward in this tournament? I have no idea. I saw the hype video today, and I can tell you I'm inspired.
I couldn't even find the hype video because there's so many other good tweets that they made. I just couldn't even find that video. So I feel dumb for paying against Double Pony just because of how good their social media has been alone.
I heard it's not even their social media, it's just some guy that runs a Double Pony account.
Yeah, it's like an unofficial account for an org that doesn't exist. So, I mean, what's the...
But we're still going to accredit it to this roster.
Yeah,
This is what I love about esports, right? I actually do love this about esports. Like, no one ever knows what the fuck is really going on. It just happens, beautiful. And we get the good memes. Yeah. So there we go. Launders, pick a player
Joko.
for me. Thank you
Joko.
very much. To be excited about.
Yeah.
Why Joko?
In that game versus Vitality, he might have been the best player in the whole server. So I think that was pretty impressive. Body led by example, but I think Joko was just like huge on the multi-kills, really, really confident in all of his peaks. And I feel like he's one of those players when you're kind of looking for the upset, he feels reliable. He feels like the guy, if he's going to take a push, it's always the correct one. And he was very consistent in that opening kill.
So, yeah, and we look at NBK, too, on this team. I'm sure he's having a good chuckle after surviving OG knocked out of the tournament first. I'm sure he finds that amusing to a certain degree. And speaking of OG, they were knocked out by Astralis. You picked OG to win the tournament. Didn't age great.
We can keep bringing that up, yeah.
That's my job. You see now that I've switched roles from host to analyst, I'm now going to punish you in all the ways I have been punished in the past. So the cycle of pain continues right, forever in esports. And then when you switch games and you become a host, you can just do that.
And bring it right back.
So you can do that to your analyst.
I'll, what's it called? Razor Muffin?
Razor Cake.
Razor Cake you. Razor
OG
Cake you.
the Razor Cake.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Astralis, though. Astralis, people said, okay, their reign is over. They're not going to be able to adapt with device. And yet, they had a very good performance.
Let's talk about this, okay? Astralis, they're without device, but they're not without tools. And they still have Glaive, who is able to assemble them all neatly. And in a way, in a new way, which is the most fantastic part, because they picked up an aggressive rifler in place of some would call a passive opera. I'd still call him a well-rounded opera, but definitely a different playstyle, and he's making it work. But not only that, before, when Bubsky was the little brother on the bench that they didn't want to play with, and he would come in once in a while, he'd have pretty bad performances on the few maps that he did play. But now, when he's taken onto the roster on the starting 5 and they're taking him seriously, he has been one of the best players, if not the best player on the team. And in a position where Glaive thought that this composition wouldn't work and was on record saying that. So they've already proved a lot as far as I'm concerned with Bubsky.
Yeah, I'm all aboard the Bubsky train. Honestly, like, he has got a lot of, I'm sure that in the eyes of fans at least, something left to prove, you know, in terms of fitting into the Astralis roster. You need to see this team produce some results to, you know, at least live up to the legacy that sets before you. But I do think that he is fitting in nicely, and I think he's playing well, and I think he's going to continue to gain confidence. And for teams that are going to be playing Astralis, that's kind of scary.
I like Bubsky's hairband.
Ooh, okay.
We'll see it right now.
Shout, yeah.
Making sure no hair in his eyes. It's okay. You can go out and get a haircut now. It's acceptable. But Bubsky, you know, it's interesting because he was the MVP of Flashpoint 1, and that was the last time he was really playing full-time. And then now, here at Flashpoint 3, he's back and doing well. He just gets a Flashpoint buff. What can you say?
That's true. This is a Flashpoint buff. That's a real thing sometimes. But I think the best part about Bubsky is it was always fun to make fun of him because no one thought that he was a bad player ever. The only reason we ever made fun of him was just because he wasn't being utilized on his team. Like, on the bench, everyone knew this guy's a firecracker. After Flashpoint 1, he earned a lot of stock, and that's how he got onto Astralis in the first place. It was just about the fact that he wasn't being used. So nobody had a question about whether or not Bubsky is a good player. But what is interesting is that he is working at this level on this roster.
Well, we decided to start the vetoes, so discuss it, Launders. Which maps do you think are going to come through?
Well, I know Mirage is out for one. Okay, Dust 2 will be the ban for Double Pony, knowing when Astralis are going to take out Mirage for them. And then from here, I think they're actually kind of happy. They may maybe a nuke.
Wouldn't be surprised if Double Pony came out with nuke or something like that.
Vertigo
something where they're comfortable on.
I think, yeah, I think Astralis can bring this anywhere. So, you know, maybe they'll take it to like somewhere like an overpass or an off meta pick for themselves. Or, oh, they'll go for nuke. So at least some game tape from Double Pony playing against it. The only reason I thought they might want pick it is because they did so well against Vitality on it. But I'm not surprised they try to run into the problem. And
I think Glaive probably watched one demo on their nuke and was just like, we're going to play that against him.
And
got the read.
Overpass comes in at the end. So Train will be out. Here, yeah, it is kind of an interesting veto because there's comfortable maps here for Double Pony. I think they're happy with the first two at least. Not so sure about their Overpass. So maybe they'll end in 2, Monty.
Well, I mean, that would be very exciting.
Yeah.
That's the question. If they are going to feel good on these maps, have the seeds for a 2-0 upset been sown already by Astralis?
Yeah, that's the question.
Possible.
Like, obviously, Astralis, I'm going to take them as a favorite on both maps. And particularly because Vitality were definitely not playing well on Nuke. I think that's the most important part. As much as it was an upset and Double Pony were playing well, and Joko is someone I'm looking forward to watching in this match, Vitality were not playing at 100%, and I expect Astralis to play much better.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Vitality's, you know, performance in and of themselves was very helpful.
I am not impressed by their performance.
Yeah, exactly. It was not very, you know, pretty helpful to Double Pony's victory there, but we'll see if they can step up versus another strong opponent. Certainly would be a fabulous resume to take out Vitality and Astralis back-to-back if you're Double Pony. That's some serious shit right there. All right, guys, let's take a look at our odds for this match, provided to you by Unicorn. 125 to 325. Seems pretty fair, given the match. And remember, if you do want to play along, if you go to unicorn.com, you can use 20 euros, get a 4x bonus to start with 100 euros if you use the code Flashpoint, so be sure to head over there. Now, for our predictions, we are starting again with 1,000 points for our last 2 matches. So we are going to hear from our casters. Sumler's back for round 2, hasn't had enough ponies. And Bardolph, who loves predicting Double Pony, will you do it again?
You know what? I think the next 2 matches are somewhat difficult to pick. I think this one is a little easier, though. I did go the way of Astralis. I find it hard to pick against Astralis. I find it hard to pick against Zipex, and this is another occasion. I put 400 on Astralis, and I put 600 on the next game.
Really?
So I'm playing the odds a little bit as well.
I went even deeper on that one. I put 250 on Astralis only.
Oh.
I'm going big on the next one.
Nice.
We're gonna have some fun on that.
That's bold.
But
man.
I am not going big on the next one.
You're already in the leaderboard dumpster, so he's got to do something to get out. He's got to do something to escape.
We got to take some risks, boys. We got to take some risks. Make some plays.
Am I still destroying everyone on the leaderboard? I
assume you are. I assume nothing has changed.
I think I went 500 on Astralis, but I actually don't remember.
I went 500 on Astralis as well.
Don't remember your own unicorn.
Yeah.
Points. I think 650 on this game. I'm playing it
Really?
safe. I'm playing
Astralis?
It safe. Yeah, for Astralis, yes.
Oh, come on, ponies. Let's go, ponies.
I tend to play it very conservative, right? That's because the goal is to not lose.
Did we spoil what you picked for the next game, or?
No, I did pick big though.
Okay.
You went with big.
Lex?
I think I went 500 Astralis, 500. Oh, I won't share my prediction for the later game, but
it's 500. I spoil it.
yeah.
Okay.
We have 1,000 points, so I can tell you what it is.
That's
you
just
don't
math.
have to remember.
Never do math on air, they say. Look at you go.
All right, guys, let's get into game. Astralis double pony will be James Bardolph and Sebler.
Thank you very much, Monty. I'm very interested in this series. We have some technical maps, Vertigo, Nuke, and Overpass. It is going to be, I think Double Pony are going to have to go deep here if they want to beat Astralis, like deep in the strat book, deep in the reserves, in the individual skill. They're going to need a lot, I think, to overcome just the depth of Astralis and how long, the longevity of Astralis.
Oh, I mean, you know that Glaive is going to have done his homework. You know that they're going to be prepared for this. But, I mean, you're really going to have to tap into the experience that players like NBK and Body bring to the table here for Double Pony if you're going to measure up against Astralis. And there's an excellent, excellent interview with Body on HLTV up right now. If you're interested in learning more about how this system works, go and check it out. But they're not wasting any time at all. Initial skirmishes happening around the map.
Yeah, we can see 4 men focused on the A bomb site for Astralis. Make it 5. Dupree's here as well, but the bomb is going elsewhere, as we can see. They're being actually pinched by Double Pony, or they were, but the Pony's been put down, it seems, in the pistol round. The numbers game working out well, but 1 versus 3. It's doable for Body. It's got a tight angle to try and isolate the fight. It's got to fall back for the reload, however. You can see Astralis lining up to try and make this as hard as possible. They'll choose to push in as well, abusing the numbers, and Astralis will take their CT pistol.
Very nice work, and everybody looking dialed in and focused on the Astralis side. No shock there. Zip in it. Bubsky definitely firing on all cylinders with this team. And it doesn't look like they're boot camping right now. It looks like they're playing from home. So we'll see how that pans out here for Astralis. But yeah, I mean, as far as Body and Double Pony is concerned, definitely worth a read. That interview, guys, go check it out. But it's exciting to see just how this team has really gelled together. I mean, they utterly destroyed Vitality, so that was fun to watch. But now they've got to measure up against a foreign team. And so derbies, you know, the players know each other so well that it's kind of tough to call sometimes. Those upsets tend to happen a little bit more frequently. Here against a Danish roster of Astralis' caliber, Double Pony will truly be put to the test.
I'm sure we're supposed to have a picture of NBK on a pony. I shall make some inquiries to see where that is.
Wings, no less. A pony with wings.
You know who you are. Glocks are out. And that's a lot of players seen by Dupree. Drops the bomb carrier immediately and falls back for a re-aggression. A UMP is here as well for Bubsky. Some bonus money with that.
Oh,
and then there was NBK.
Just let the Bubsky, just let the UMP go. Guys, let the UMP go. Don't peek with the rifles.
This is a good round for Abuse versus the Glocks. From that range, he would need 3 headshots to kill a player with a helmet.
Why is it so hard, though? Why is it so hard to just let the UMP go get the kills? You know? Bonus money. It's the whole point of buying those guns. Bonus money.
Yeah, put some cash in the coffers.
Indeed. Get that AWP in play all the quicker. So, you know, anti-eco, but I mean, it's all the focus is on stats. So often it's on stats.
Well, round 3, we've got the AK-47s and a guest appearance from Joko's Galil. The Galil spray is akin to the Titan logo in reverse. What? Definitely worth, yeah, if you think
Titan
about
logo.
it. Yeah, because it goes like right into the left.
Okay.
Spray, so it's kind of like an inverse Titan logo.
Fair enough.
Galil spray pattern.
It's a T.
Yeah.
That is definitely a weird spray on the Galil.
Yeah.
The FAMAS one, though, is weird. It's like the half moon with the FAMAS. It's definitely a bizarre spray pattern.
I wonder how many people practice in deathmatch with Galils and FAMASes. I'd imagine it's a bare minimum, but we've got Body charging into the B bomb site. Hasn't found anybody just yet. Maybe retakes a scenario for Astralis, although they're trying to fight before the bomb is planted. Either way, they'll have to re-aggress. We can see there was a lurker in mid in Joko, but he gets popped through the smoke. That UMP coming in clutch once again. Got 3 smokes and 2 incendiaries for Astralis' retake. Glaive lining up the initial offerings to the plate of Double Pony, and here is the incendiary as well. So we'll see how it spreads on the bomb site. Limits where Double Pony can stand. Really trying to do what they can. They've still got some nice angles. Lucky's got one here. Body will fall to the bullets. That's a huge headshot from dupreeh. 5 versus 2, but someone's got to get on this bomb. They're really reining in the kills here. Bubsky coming through from the back, and that wasn't expected by Afro. A classic textbook retake from Astralis, and again, Double Pony are going to have to dig deep if they are to win these technical maps versus the likes of Astralis.
A near perfect retake, dude. 4 out of 5 players survive, and that was up against 5 players for Double Pony. Double Pony just not coming up with the kills right now. And so what we may be seeing here is Double Pony trying to get their feet under them going into this series. Some unforced errors and some missed duels definitely going to cost them, and so we'll see if they can, balance out the nerves here. Going into the rest of this match. It is still very early days, of course. There's still plenty of time for them to get zeroed in. But, of course, in their mind's eye, they're just wishing they could hit the ground running, really put the pressure on the Danes, but that's just not going to be the case. And, I mean, Astralis, and there we go. It is a solid map for Astralis. We expect to see big things. And there's a nice double for Bubs.
Gotta love a continuation spray. Just in case someone else is going to peek and try and trade frag, the spray continues, and the second player walks into it. That's game sense for you. Stuff that pros may take for granted, but someone at home can always learn from that. Well, it's a question of damage in this round for Double Pony, and that is quite lacking at the moment. They still have 4 kills across the players, which is really good for Astralis to try and build money for the future. Any kills would be important for Double Pony, but on this occasion there will be none. 4-0 for Astralis. 1 bomb plant so far for the Double Pony squad. Though we know Galil's this time around. 4 AK-47s in the AWP for Afro.
So it really bodes well to see Bubsky as the guy who's just going to town right now, because he is the only... I mean, it's actually insane to say this, but he is the top performer in terms of rating right now for Astralis going into this match. So Device leaving Astralis certainly put a dent in terms of individual performance in the team. He's got big shoes to fill.
Yeah, one thing Bubsky won't have is burnouts.
That is certainly true. He is going to be well rested.
And I'm not even saying that to troll. Like on a serious note, I think burnout is a huge issue with the sheer amount of Counter-Strike that is played by the teams, trying to keep strats fresh and so on.
Well, strats fresh in this day and age.
Exactly. Yeah. It's extreme. It's very hard. Very hard to do. Smoke on short.
Get that natural evolution. That is going to be Double Pony taking over the A ramp now. That's enough of the B side action. They realize, okay, they're a bit too ready for us over there. And so let's try this A side and see what we can do here. 4 players gathered up for Astralis, however. There is a very warm welcome waiting for the Ponies.
Oh my god, Zipex with 3 headshots. The man is just delicious with a rifle in his hands. We can see how Astralis used the incendiaries to slow the push of Double Pony initially to allow the rotation, to have more players here. More of a stronghold on the A bomb site. Zipex just delivers. Just a warning, I can do this whenever I want to. Don't normally see him out there on an island like that delivering. He chose to engage in such a fashion and took out 3 players, so who knows what else is to come from Zipex later on. And again, just 1 kill in this round. Have a look at the money for Astralis. 5-0. Glaive on the CT side has got $11,500. Zipex has $12,250 before he buys. This is an outrageous sum of money for a CT side in round 6.
Yeah, going into round 6, no less. And again, it's just been dominant rounds, winning these duels. Zipmix getting a chance to show off his level of aim. And I mean, dude, if Zipmix is hitting shots right now, that is going to be fantastic for Astralis, because he has been, experiencing some up and downs, talking about burnout, etc. He's definitely one of the players who suffered from it in the past on the Astralis roster. Looking like we get an A rush here. Vegas hears the footsteps. The sign's better. Does not want to peek into that. Very nicely done, dude. That HE, that fall off HE did so much damage.
Oh, that's a really nice shot from Magisk. That's a very clean. That's an awkward shot to make, but it's very promising that he lands a shot like that first time around. And again, at this point, I'm just paying attention to how many kills Double Pony are getting, because again, like, to build momentum, ideally you want to make things expensive for the CT side, break them, and then it's harder for them to defend and so on.
You want to know how many kills they have?
How many kills?
6 total.
It's one kill a round.
Yeah.
Essentially. So that's not a good statistic right now.
It's it's a bit brutal right now. So we'll see. Astralis right now are just looking fired up and ready to go. They are here to make a statement. There will be no shenanigans. It'll be a clear-cut thing right off the bat, and Magus gets the timing impeccably correct. And a follow-up HE as well. Once again, Astralis living up to the expectations when it comes to utility damage on the CT side. They are unparalleled.
This is pre-watershed damage output from grenades. Oh, God. On a school day, no less. Completely outrageous behavior from Astralis.
Here, we'll tell you in a second, because there's actually Astralis. We have it. They averaged 29.2 damage per round with their utility in the first best of 3 of this tournament for them. That's pretty much par for the course. I expect to see Astralis around 30 damage per round. They are just magicians. They are magicians when it comes to HEs and mollies.
Yeah, and that includes Zonic as well. Shout out to Zonic.
That includes Zonic as well.
Not on the server, but he, you know, he's definitely somebody, one of the more notable coaches.
Indeed.
It's hard to see from team to team. Oh, I'll get to it in a second, because we have an execute here from Double Pony. 4 versus 5. Again, nothing showing just yet in terms of the kill feed for Double Pony. And they've just got stronger angles here. Astralis. We've got support flashbangs from Glaive as well. Beautiful stuff.
You know, it's worth mentioning, actually, now that I look at it, that Double Pony in their first match had 45 average damage per round with nades against Vitality. So they were definitely popping off. That's way overperforming. I expect to see those numbers come back down to reality here.
Support flashbangs for Glaive. 7-0 for Astralis. Absolutely dominating and strangling Double Pony.
Indeed they are.
The timing of Astralis with the grenades, like the initial grenades, the first HE, the second HE later on, it's just like, it's so beautiful. I remember at the major, the executes they had on overpass towards the B bomb site, the chain flashes, but the delayed chain flashes that we weren't used to seeing in executes at that point was so, so beautiful. And it just continues with Astralis. And again, I think Zonic is key for Astralis. That man works very, very hard indeed. From night to night, when they find out their matchups, he disappears immediately. He's gone like Houdini.
Well, he is the...
put some work in.
Well, I mean, yeah, but he is like... He was the one who created the roster. He was the one with the vision. He was the one who put it all together. And he's been there through thick and thin.
He's the standard bearer for coaches. The standard bearer.
Yeah, every coach wishes they had as much power as Zonic. Let's see it, though. Jocko already going to get tagged up again. Just so much damage dealt with utility. And there's Bubsky taking him down.
Full control.
So this mid presence, you know, we see teams actually almost always, like, very little mid presence, usually from teams on the T side. And, well, Bubsky is just consistently winning in mid right now. And so Astralis, they can just focus on those extremities, counting on Bubsky to do the job.
Oh, my God. Honestly, am I watching porn right now?
I don't know how to react to that. Just let it slide.
Oh
just let it slide.
We could just sit here and just watch.
Yeah,
do we even need to commentate around? I think this is absolutely savage. It's actually art. This is art from Astralis. You have to appreciate it.
Whoa! It's not every day we get to see this. 4 players with 16,000 in the bank.
You know what that means, Semler? It means they're losing money by winning rounds.
They are. The hard cap. You can't get more than 16,000. And we had 4 players. That is actually so rare to see.
Yeah.
4 players with 16 grand in the bank at the beginning of a round.
We have 2 players of USPs, which...
Shameful.
It's, you know, if it's good range, I guess you could at least have a P250, right? So if there's no helmets, you still have the range for the one shot. because the 5-7's a lot shorter, for example. But you know, you got to be
these HGs, man.
Got to be focused on that economy, man. You got to squeeze every little drop. And there aren't many drops for Double Pony fighting for scraps at present. I don't know when they last got a kill. I feel like because they've had 1-1-1 and 2 on their kills for a few rounds now. I feel like.
Actually, you're right. They're still at 2.
When did they last get a kill?
They got a. Didn't somebody die last round? Did Astralis kill themselves?
Oh, so it's Astralis have been alive. Two rounds in a row. They have 5 alive.
There you go. Lucky. Second kill.
Man.
Lucky.
Double Pony.
Second kill of the map.
Double Pony are parched at the moment. It's like they've been eating those
salted oats.
Biscuits, and there's no glass of water in sight, man.
Eating salted oats. And saying, why did I not drink from the water earlier when I got led to it?
God damn.
Why did I be a stubborn pony?
Is it fair to call a pony a midget horse?
I think, you know, it's Shetland, right? You can go for that.
30 seconds for Double Pony to make a play towards the site. We can see that there is some gravitation towards A from Astralis and Double Pony, but finally the numbers are thinning for Astralis. Wall of smoke is up. We can see that there is a deterrent for planting the bomb. There's the lurker eliminated. Only 2 remain though for Astralis. Oh, the lineup! Bubsky won't let them have a single round, it looks like, deleting everybody, desperately trying to plant the bombs, looking for that angle. Zipex hunting in the smoke, not quite there. Have they got this Double Pony down to that USP? Bet he wishes he had a 5-7 now.
If he had a 5-7, that would be a dead guy, but instead it is going to be the first round on the board for Double Pony. They have managed it. 2 players surviving in the chaos of the smoke, and I think that's more to do with Astralis just getting ahead of themselves and trying to make plays than them playing it seriously.
You have to respect my attention to detail there, man. Even a P250 with its like improved armor penetration there
would have got that kill. Yeah.
It would have certainly helped. You know, it would have certainly helped. And then who knows? Who knows? We can only guess.
Well, it will not be a 16-0. It will not be a 16-0 on this first map, so that's that much is clear. This is Double Pony's map pick as well. It's worth pointing out.
I would imagine they'll be more comfortable on the CT side. So again, the quest, like, they've got 6 rounds to fight for at present. They've got a lot of work to do to put Astralis on an eco. Let's see if they can get there.
NBK and Joko, late lurk in mid. Once again, I mean, not often to see teams just really setting up in mid so much.
Got some lurk smokes from Joko.
Hoping to take Bubsky down, but the Bubs is currently defending B side. Dupree there to help out. Body is already out of the picture.
Oh, almost Dupree. Double Pony are crawling to the B bomb site. Lucky and Afro with a combined 13 HP. So there is a chance for Astralis. Down goes Afro. There are smokes as well to keep that wall up. Now, will Glaive check for a flank here? We can see Joko is on the way, but he's on the reload as he's having a look-see. Too close now. Joko with 2 and Double Pony with 2 as well.
There we go. That lurk in mid paying off, and that is going to force Astralis to take that into account later on in these rounds. Lucky looking focused right now for Double Pony. And, well, Dupree did the best that he could, but the shots came through far too quickly there. Lucky really doing the work for Double Pony and just leading the way onto that bomb site. But again, we'll have to see how Astralis adjusts to these lurks in mid.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it's going to be Bubsky out here just posted up, ready and waiting. Unfortunately for him, no targets presenting themselves immediately. Magisk, though, already finding a kill.
Yeah, they're really committing to this. Astralis taking the fight to Double Pony once again. And Astralis had an average of about $11,000 at the beginning of this round. So again, Ponies have got more to do. Nice HE to eliminate Magisk on the stairs. Oh, Dupree with these bursts towards B. It's utterly, oh my God, it's just X-rated every round. The bursts are absolutely just sublime. That man came into this one hot, not even warmed up. Piping hot.
Served fresh. What a sick HE over the top, and there's the molly as well, trying to create some room here. Late lurk, and there's the shot. Bait and switch. Afro not going to miss that opportunity. Good work on his part. And this is prompting a rotation from Zipnix over towards this B site, but with 57 seconds left, the hell was that? Never mind. With 57 seconds left, I mean, there's time for the rotate back, but Astralis are convinced that this is going to be a B hit.
Yeah, the longer they hold position quietly, the more Astralis have to put somebody towards A. So it just weakens everything everywhere in the respect of they're in a 3 versus 2, very likely worst case scenario. On this occasion, of course, it's a 3 versus 1. Very strong play from the tease. The jiggle won't be enough. Dupree looking to eliminate 4 players now. 22 seconds, and as soon as the shot is fired, Afro's fate is sealed. Dupree is playing like some kind of honey badger on that B bomb site.
Just taking bites out of everyone.
There is no mercy to be found anywhere near Dupree.
He's a monster, and Mega's also stepping up. And this was actually one of the big changes that needed to happen here for this team. The firepower was lacking on Astralis, which is why they tended to struggle in recent times. It was Dupree and Device doing a lot of the heavy lifting with Megas and Xyp9x kind of trailing behind, Glaive as well. Here, I mean, Xyp9x is topping it out alongside Bubsky and Dupree, and Megas is right there with them. So, I mean, it seems like Astralis are very comfortable right now in terms of who needs to do what to get the kills.
Oh, got to be careful. It's a very fast round from Double Pony. We had 3 CTs here, 2 remain. Bubsky holding an angle on short as there are plenty of question marks. Area control with the incendiaries in both directions. And Astralis will re-aggress. There's an option for Magisk. Looks to fall back on that. Won't outstay as welcome. Man advantage for Astralis as more grenades go into the A bomb site from both teams as they fight for control. Peppering, fishing from Double Pony, but they had a small window of opportunity with that entry, but again, Astralis have just forced their way all over the bomb site. They will not give Double Pony anything for free. They're being starved of options, starved of control, starved of angles, and it will cost them all their utility. We saw the wall of smoke to plant the bomb earlier for Double Pony. They've got no smokes left now. Magisk has to find a safe space to reload his gun. Bubsky will create that space for him, and then it was just lucky. Versus 4 again. Astralis looking to build more cash. They'll do exactly that. They respond with strength, Astralis, to everything the Ponies are doing.
And they're looking better and better, Astralis. Great team play as well. Mag is backing off from Yellow. You know, you can see the swing from Lucky or from Double Pony trying to punish that, and yet his teammates are there to save him. This is looking like a very finely tuned machine here. Astralis looking better than ever. 10-2, utterly dominating this first half.
Launders, we need a demo review of this, please.
Well, what's he going to say?
Don't forget to subscribe.
Astralis utterly hitting all the shots.
The strength, man. The strength. They are a wall. Fortress Astralis. This makes the intro look even better.
Yes, actually, that does.
See, the help is there. They think, all right, we've got a chance to maybe pick up this AWP, but nope, Glaive is ready to rotate in either direction. He'll do even more. And there could still be angles around the corner from the AWP, and there'll be a warning from the HE grenade. Bubsky reading this play already. Maybe it'll be a swing from high and low, and there's more support on the way as well. Astralis know exactly what is coming, and the bomb has to scarper away. Running away more like ferrets than ponies in that mid position. Again, Dupree they're just so in control.
Would Smuya approve of Double Pony's play? The Rodent King.
Question for Smuya.
Ooh, nice shot from Body. That is sick. But this should be done, and yep, Mega's going to find that kill. 11-2. Listen, if Astralis play like this, I can almost forgive them for beating OG. Almost.
Bubsky playing from the boiler room in the Astralis offices.
Fair enough. He's got the pipes. Throwback to Cluj-Napoca 2015.
Oh, good times.
That was, yeah. When somebody flushed, the pipes were right over the caster desk, and we could hear it every time, and we just prayed that the pipes would not burst. It was great.
Oh man, we commentated from a few rooms with bathrooms in them.
Yeah.
Oh, good times, man. Bubsky holding down the mid position once again. Support a little further away on this occasion, but I think he's done his job. The area control is here. Double Pony even Molotoving off because they're looking for the support, and the double peek is ready from Astralis. Even triple. Look how they respond. I think maybe reading this response, Lucky makes his way into the B bomb site. He's been hurt though by Glaive. Dupree's here as well. 3v2. The bomb is still en route. Xyp9x rotating from A as well. You can see Magisk just posted up in CT spawn. You can see Double Pony looking for the kills. They want to make it a better post-plant position by getting kills earlier. The pop flash is there, but Astralis they're passive enough to avoid this. The experience really showing for both teams, but again, it is an advantage Astralis. The flank is on the way as well. Of course, there are all the tools here for Astralis. Everybody's got kits. No one's short of money. Double Pony really needs some more eliminations here. Astralis are on the way. There's Dupree looking for the burst once more. Zipex delivers 1 versus 2 now. Lucky trying to isolate the fight as best he can, and he will, but he won't win it. Dupree, 16 for 4. Everybody firing on all cylinders for Astralis as they move to 12.
And just continuing to just dominate and work well together as a team. The main thing here is that it just feels like Astralis are just working so well together as a unit right now. Double Pony can't come out ahead because it just keeps, either you have individual performances like this from Bubsky where he gets 2 kills for his 1, or you get these clean retakes where it's just flanks on flanks. You don't know which way to look and they're all over you. You've got nowhere to go if you're Double Pony. Yeah,
and it's pretty awesome, the precedent Astralis set in previous rounds in mid and various other places where they have that rifle support for the AWP, and then that allows them to take liberties and just have the AWP there essentially alone in a position where you surely expect a trade fragger. So it gives Astralis an extra man elsewhere. And you see, even after killing Bubsky, Double Pony are throwing Molotovs and so on because they're looking for that rifle around the corner who isn't even there. And it gives Astralis more time to rotate in those kinds of rounds.
Yes, 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 indeed. Okay. I think this is better than average for... they're almost averaging 300 nade damage on Astralis already. At the end of the half, I mean, that's actually a bonkers performance. But enough on that. Just lakes of fire everywhere. How do you get through this? You don't. The answer is you die.
I think a strong Astralis is important for the scene. And we're certainly seeing a strong Astralis right now, looking for a 13th round, and they're well on the way. 4 versus 2, there is time for Double Pony, but that's about it. NBK looking for the second, can't quite get there. He was a little blind. Lucky 1 versus 2, needs a 1v1, there it is, versus Bubsky. He can sit in the corner for the time being. While he entertains, we can see Dupree's on the way. The bomb is on the bomb site, there's nowhere but forward for Lucky to go. Bubsky waiting for the trade frag. Lucky will read this, but he needs to identify where the second man is coming from, and time is running low. 25 seconds to collect that bomb. And there's Dupree with the angle, in the rear with the gear. 13-2, Astralis could not be more dominant, really, in that half of Vertigo. We'll see if it continues after the break. Astralis are in that arse. They are 3 rounds away from victory.
It's a pony.
It's still round.
It's a pony, Bartle.
What's the arse called?
A donkey.
Oh, I see what. Oh God, it's too early. Not even 12 o'clock here.
Oh, dude, I love it.
I've had 3 coffees and I'm still not ready. Double Pony will spot a number of players up the ramp, and they'll still hold 2 players towards A, but there may be a little rotation. NBK fishing in mid, see what's going on. They don't know if they're being led into a trap, but now the rotation really begins. The B bomb site is abandoned. The bomb is planted now. We see an exchange around the smokes. 4v4 retake smoke and a flash for body. I don't know if there's a defuse kit maybe on the floor, but there isn't one in hand. They'll try to create some space, Double Pony. We'll see what Astralis do in response. We've got some flashbangs as they are all over this bomb now. The heat map is looking pretty insane at the moment, but they've got to start defusing that bomb. It's a 10-second defuse. How on earth are they going to do this? Magisk, he's got 1 HP, and NBK will deliver all the kills, but I think they will just have the defuse. They really do need it as well. Oh, there it is.
Oof, man. Talk about cutting it close. For a second there, given how that first half went, when he was on 1 health there, Magisk, I envisioned the clutch. I saw it coming, but unfortunately for Astralis, that is not going to be the case. So good. Double Pony showing no fear in this second half. They've truly got nothing to lose in this match. They have everything to gain, and so they really shouldn't be playing with any pressure on their shoulders. They should just be getting in here, focusing on hitting some headshots and having a good time. It's Astralis who are obviously the team where everybody expects them to win. So a little bit of additional pressure on Astralis. But I think we've squared it away. A quick technical hiccup.
Just fixing a camera.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, Astralis have a lot of room to work with in this game of Vertigo. Double Pony have won a pistol, though. And, well, we'll talk about the buy once the tech timeout has concluded. And there is the man NBK. So I have it on very good authority, the highest authority.
Indeed. That
he is, the pony picture is in progress. So an appointment. So we're going to get, we will be furnished, Semla, we will be furnished with a picture of NBK sitting on a pony called Dieter. This is going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
And does the pony have wings?
I don't know. I don't know if we could. I don't know about the wings, but at least I'll be a pony.
You know his.
I don't, man. It's too early. My
brain
doesn't work. My brain doesn't work.
What do you mean it's too early?
We've
been here since 4 a.m. You got here at 7.
It's like a chef, right? A chef who works in a restaurant. You know, it's very intensive work. So when they're in the kitchen, they're doing awesome stuff. But when they're out of the kitchen, they're basically useless. You know, they're like 5 IQ. They're just putting all their energy into that, and all the energy is on my screen here for the Counter-Strike. And apart from that, or flying drones, I'm kind of a vegetable. So we see a mixed bag here from Astralis. They've got 2 AK-47s and 3 Desert Eagles. And now it's their turn to receive some damage through the smoke from HE grenades. Just the one, though. Maybe there'll be more later as Double Pony look to stabilize their economy. Nice boost from Bree to look over in mid. When there was a grenade damage task on Vertigo in the operation, like 300 grenade damage, and I threw that exact grenade. And I got all the damage in one throw. In one throw. I think probably 200, but yeah. I was very pleased with myself.
That's a mega throw.
Double Pony will be very pleased with the 500 HP situation they have right now. 2 Astralis. The 2 AKs remaining, so there's potential for some nice upgrades here for Astralis. We can see Zipex and Bubsky are both low. So I have to ask the question, do they really want to sacrifice these AK-47s here, or are they just trying to buy some time, show some presence, and maybe fall back?
They really do only stand to donate here. Oh, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, it's a very rough spot.
Died to the MP9 as well, and 2 kills for the MP9. Joko making that money at the end, and he even gets an AK. Unfortunately, his teammates were not able to secure the second one, but still, 3 rifles, an MP9, and an MP5 on Double Pony is pretty solid. Whereas Astralis, no bomb plant. Should be looking at a round of eco here from the Danes. And we'll see if they just decide to go quick, get it in, get it done, get it on.
That was the most French window ever on the, or modern French window on the webcam with the roller shutters over it. I wish those were more prevalent in other countries. I think they're awesome.
Well, they're firm believers in blocking out the sun. I approve. Right? Very good. So you roll those suckers down, and that's it. There's no light getting into that room. Makes for excellent sleep.
Oh dear, that's a problem for NBK. Bearing in mind Joker's had his bell rung already. This could be problematic for Double Pony. That HE could be huge though. Oh, it won't quite be. Bubsky fortunate to be the only man of Kevlar at present. Dead now, of course. Rifle collected again by Double Pony. Nice strafing from Lucky. The MP9 so good for that. Run and gun. Makes it really hard to track players when you can run sideways with it and still be reasonably accurate, unlike the Mac 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see. I just want to see this MP5 in action. Pew pew. Let's go. Yeah, there it is. Sick. One more.
This is P250. He can peak with confidence.
Disappointing.
Oh, actually, he is low.
He didn't get the second kill.
Oh, that's a nice shot from Dupree.
All right, there we go. All right, let's see. What do Astralis have in store for us here on their first buy round? That's what I'm curious about. No AWP picked up. It could have been an option. They elect not to go for it. Would have been a little bit of a stretch. Instead, they can go for a quick explosive play with everybody on AKs, and then we need to wait around for those pesky sniper rifles. And this is just a highlight reel from the last round. Eco Cobras all over the place. Good for Double Pony. But now this is it. Astralis. Early on, what do we have? Already presence in a ramp. Just some nades going in, trying to keep Double Pony honest. And as those nades bloom, they rotate around to B. And it's looking like we're going to have a little bit of a fiesta over here on the B side.
Yeah, very different approach from Double Pony with the 2 AWPs versus how Astralis were playing. It's interesting how the AWP was in different hands for Astralis. So I guess traditionally you'd have one sniper who may rotate his position from round to round, but I guess it keeps your position stable and the AWP goes in different hands instead of rotating 2 spots. Ooh, okay, we've got some Avangard-esque smoke grenades from Astralis, giving them some dirty one-way peeks, or apparently not. Lucky's ready for it. See if Glaive chooses to throw that one again. Dupree misses his jump as well, unless he was going for a jump peek. 1 minute on the clock. Another test to come from Astralis. They've still got flashbangs as well to breach this position. NBK, he'll press on forward. He's expectant of some flashbangs now, looking to swing afterwards. There'll be some counter grenades from Double Pony as well. 40 seconds for Astralis to find their first kill.
Oh, that's an unforced error.
Yeah, we've got 3 players on B now. Body has made his way over. NBK instantly traded. But can the rest of the CTs keep their man advantage? Plenty of pre-fire around these smokes, but that bomb has to get planted soon. Bubsky moving forward now, planting in plain sight while he's being covered by Zipex. A little cheeky peek from Joko. Got some information as to the positions of some of these players for the retake. There are no grenades, no flashes, just an incendiary from Afro for this retake. So that really has to land in the right spot and force these Ts from their cover. Bubsky trying to force the issue now, but the kills are all going the way of Double Pony. Magisk 1 versus 4. They're starting to swing. Oh boy, they're looking real sharp, Double Pony, even on the M4A4s. That's a great retake from them.
The unforced error, though, that I called out was the Molotov overshooting the balcony that NBK was standing on, and so it burst in air and didn't do anything. Otherwise, the Molly forces NBK into the open, and he maybe doesn't get that kill. So instead of having to be traded and being a man down, you see that right there. Astralis can get the kill for free on NBK and then proceed to move on to the bomb site a little bit quicker. Unfortunately for them, we didn't get to see that that clever one-way smoke actually work.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a cool idea thrown in there by Glaive, and yet you're right to point out, Double Pony, they were ready.
It's great to see.
Wake up early to catch a pony off guard.
It's great to see some strength in the CT side from Double Pony. I was expecting a better CT side. Of course, it was very crucial that they won the pistol and so on. But it's looking good so far. But now Astralis know that there are multiple sniper rifles in play. So they have some information as to the makeup of the Double Pony setup on the CT side at present. So we'll see if they try to play against that in round number 20. The double orbs continue with 2 AK-47s. I know NBK quite likes an AK-47 on the CT side. We see that on Inferno, for example. But here, he will be the sole M4A4 player in round number 20. Waiting out the initial grenades are Astralis. Swinging behind the smoke now, and Afro is forced from his position. But it seems he may re-aggress as the smoke dissipates, and he gets a cheeky one on Glaive. Nobody can respond to that. Had the incendiary if ready, but he may be not... Oh, God. The timing of this. Matches could even get 2 from this. This could be the entire round right here. Deleted immediately. How could you expect that? The timing from Magist just knows he's not going to re-peak. He may regret not throwing that incendiary, but how about that for a response? The incendiary finally landing as well. Some footsteps heard below. They know at least one more player is there. You can see Dupree trying to give Astralis an option on the other side of the map. Just waiting for a peek which isn't going to come. Again, Lucky's rounded back with the AWP. 45 seconds on the clock. Dupree's got to try and make something happen here. He may have a chance, actually, because of Lucky's angle.
What was this? The flash comes through, and it is not effective. Instead, Jogo takes a bullet to the face. NBK and Body are on the site, though. Can put a stop to this. 28 seconds on the clock. And as the rotation comes back around towards that B site through the lower halls, were they close enough to hear the footsteps?
Yep.
I think they were. NBK hightailing it over here towards this B site, and there is no time for shenanigans here. Astralis need to get out onto the site immediately.
Yeah, it's a big flashbang, but 10 seconds to plant, and it's never going to get there. You saw how far Astralis walked away, and when they ran, they could still be heard immediately by NBK. It wasn't even close, and that's one of the biggest issues with Vertigo. It kind of limits your play. But that said, a lot of maps these days are T-sided, and I would argue that that maybe helps the CTs a fair bit on this map. So, you know, it's an advantage to the CTs, which, again, we've seen over the years a swing in favor of the Ts, and again, the economy pressure is higher and so on now. So, different ways of looking at it. A lot of junk from Astralis thrown towards a potential fast peak from short. Not going to happen, but the Deagles will deliver once again. Opening frag onto Joko. We'll see if that's a rifle that can be rescued.
It's so
Looks
much
like it can.
hesitation, though. They just slow it down so much in the end. Very interesting, because this allows for the rotation to come in now for Double Pony. And so Astralis, instead of accelerating behind that kill, now there's a chance here for Double Pony to stabilize. 2 kills, beautiful work here from NBK, the natural-born killer, living up to his name. That had to happen. Bomb could get planted now.
Yeah, you can see how strong NBK is with the AK-47. 2 AWP retake is actually awkward for Double Pony. Once the smokes go, Bubsky has a flashbang as well, so unless they can switch one of these out for an M4 or an AK, this could be kind of weird for Double Pony. This is very losable for them. You can see Body trying to create some space. Bubsky is here jiggling. That's a very important kill. Lucky will eliminate Dupree, and that changes everything. Afro looking over the top will puncture Zipex, and it will be a successful retake. All 3 surviving.
Well, okay then, James. It seems to me like this is very much a CT-sided map these days. Both of these teams, at least they get a bomb plant, Astralis, but both of these teams struggling to put anything together on their offense. It's all about the defense right now. NBK, man, really saving it. Nice attempt there to trade, but just keeping his cool.
Yeah, just like Astralis did, Double Pony will start to build some cash after the buy. We can see Lucky's just shy of $9,000. Afro just above that. Not as good as it was, but they haven't dropped around, so things are looking pretty good for Double Pony. They are closing the gap 1 round at a time. Just focus on that 1 round. And again, they've got this boost in towards the mid position, which gives them more players towards B.
Don't see that boost every day. That is very cool. But again, mid. It's like Astralis, that's why I was saying earlier, right, where it was interesting to see so much presence from Double Pony mid. It's like Astralis don't even know, they don't acknowledge that MIP exists on the map. For them, it's like, oh, yeah, okay, you know, there's this A ramp, and then there's this B ramp, and the guy's like, yeah, what about mid? And they're just like, what about it?
So you can see, once that smoke starts to go on the stairs, Lucky is exposed to those stairs, so he must give up his position. No sound cues from that Molotov. Lucky having a quick jump peek, and I don't know if he saw anything on the radar, but they'll definitely see that. Body eliminated. I don't know how much information though from that kill there is for Double Pony. Lucky completely blind, trying to fall back now. The only man at B. He's got to stay alive for the retake. A swing and a miss. He's in so much trouble now. Glaive has the angle, and that gives them so much map control. This might be maybe a safe situation for Double Pony. 3 versus 5. They have no angles on the bomb site, and Astralis will continue to pursue big flashbangs. Trying to make it expensive. NBK gets a combo, though. 2 versus 3. Now, if Joker can deliver here, maybe the retake is on, but that might not be the case now. NBK with 2350 will also be deleted. That is a huge round for Astralis, not because it's their first round on the board, because they win by elimination. Double Pony have to spend maximum money now to stay in the game.
All of the money on the CT side now here for Double Pony. And they go for the double AWP. So this is going to be really interesting how they decide to put these into play. If they're going to have any presence on mid, or if they're just going to be taking pot shots on B and A and counting on those sniper rifles to do the work there. Meg is setting up again the smoke towards that A side. And again, Bubsky, super passive in mid, just holding. And Astralis once again showing a presence here towards the A ramp. Do we get a rinse and repeat? Ah, here we go. Now they're going to go for it. Unfortunately for them, NBK has been boosted up, which he has been boosted quite a bit on this map. It's just this is the first time that he actually gets to show it.
Yeah, had a lot of boost towards the B bomb site, looking towards mid. So there'll be some area control from Double Pony in that mid position, which will really slow down Astralis. And you can see there is an expedition on a ramp from Double Pony, but NBK's been lost elsewhere, which is really going to cause problems. Now we've got some retake questions. Rotation questions for Double Pony. Oh, the numbers are lining up. They're going straight into the toaster.
Oh, no!
Oh, dear. That was a very late headshot as well from Magisk. That's a huge mistake. Gives Double Pony a man advantage. He's been paid off. A Trojan horse.
What are you doing? Shooting your teammate in the back of the head. That looked so good. You managed to save the day, and then you squander it.
It's about the stats, you know. It's worth it. You can get 3 kills on top of it.
Drop towards B. Dupree can try and wrap through mid. Unfortunately, I think Dupree's going to die in a moment here.
Well, there's a lot of utility in Magisk's hand, so he may be able to throw some junk to pull him away first, or not. On this occasion, Afro is in the right place at the right time. 18 seconds now for a bomb plant. He may have to try and find a kill beforehand. Lucky will, though, and there'll be no bomb plant. 9 rounds for Double Pony. The 2 AWP survive once again. 3 players alive at the end of the round allows them to spread the wealth. On the Astralis side of things, they've still got money to buy. Zipex just shy of $7,000, so the pressure will continue in the direction of Double Pony. Oof.
Yeah, indeed. Bubsky just got too excited there. Was expecting there to be more trigger discipline on Megas' side. And Megas, you know, that's it. Punishment for shooting your teammate.
Oh.
You get the Tech 9.
That's a bad miss.
That's unfortunate. Some aggression again here from Joko. Playing it close, hoping to get lucky with the HE. Nice combo there. Good teamwork coming in from Double Pony and really taking the fight to Astralis. Not letting them get comfortable, but this time Astralis are in position to put maximum pressure on this B site very early on.
Very fast play into the B bomb site. Huge entry from Glaive. The bomb's been spotted now, full rotation. Oh, that's a close one. Just trying to grab some weaponry. 4 AKs on deck. Now Lucky starts to hit his flicks. Surrounded by flames. Bubsky's lurk won't work out in the mid position. 2 versus 3. The numbers are equal once again, but Joko's flank will be massive. Magisk has 1 minute to try and clutch this. See if he commits to the bomb plant. Oh, that's a beautiful HE from Afro. The junk just keeps on coming. Double Pony 4 rounds away from Astralis, who still could eke out a buy here. This is T side, but Double Pony have dropped just a 1 round on this CT side. Very impressive so far.
They're looking so good here on this CT side, and Astralis are looking a little stumped. Not really getting much in mid with these late lurks. Bubsky getting shut down this round. And so as far as the push onto the site, it all looks good, and then they kind of just get stranded. They don't really have the options to deal with the AWP player who's anchoring on that B site. Lucky, just doing way too much work. No flash to force him off angles. Like I said, it's kind of difficult given all the places that you can hide on that B site, the angles to avoid the flash grenades. But it's not until much later that the mollies come into play, and by then the damage is done. And then the aggression coming in on ramp as well from Double Pony. Just constant pressure over there on that side of the map. Astralis are getting bullied right now. Could this be NBK? NBK bringing the experience, bringing the heat here for Double Pony. Oh, we're gonna get a tech Tech pause getting called right now. No damage done. Very beginning of the round. So that'll be a wash.
Can we see Afro's perspective?
Apparently one of the mics was not working. Yeah.
See this knife that Afro has? The M9 Ultraviolet. I have the lowest float M9 factory new in the world. Top one.
How?
It's barred off.
Hell yeah.
I just willed it into existence. I used to have the highest rust coat butterfly knife, which I sold, and actually Launders has at the moment.
Are you just funding Scrawny and Launders
more or less,
skin addiction?
Yeah. I
Like
might as well. Oh, that's a crucial incendiary missed. Especially because Astralis are kind of charging towards this bomb site. Nice utility usage from both sides. Astralis, of course, are the masters. It must be recognized. But Double Pony doing a good job as well on the CT side. They've got the angles. They've got the elevation. Now Astralis looking for area control. Joko will be going forward. He'll be pressing on, and that means he's lost the rifle. He was at the point of no return. He chose to fight on the island. Didn't work out for him. Now we've got two AK-47s in the hands of Astralis. This is a bonus round for them, if you will. Of course, their full buy comes the next round regardless, so this is a very dangerous round for Double Pony. The trades will continue slightly in Double Pony's favor. 3-on-3 now. Body trying to hold map control, but he's got 22 HP. He's got to be real careful. Even where he stands, he could be sprayed through the wall. There's a smoke for Magisk. Apart from that, there's no more grenades. Now, what will Astralis choose to do? They're all towards A. They have 38 seconds. They can't really make a play without elephant footing all the way towards B. So here they go. Oh, that's beautiful timing. How does Dupree get that kill? I thought Body was good for 2.
Turned away. Turned away in the nick of time. Lightning fast reactions, dude. Dupree is a killer. It's a 2-on-2 retake scenario now. And as I say that, Lucky catches Megas trying to make a play. So all on Dupree, the hero. 1v2. Playing very patiently. So smoke over the top onto the default bomb position. Now Dupree's got the angle. Perfect headshot. One-on-one. And he doesn't need to do anything. He can play the bomb at this point. There isn't a whole lot that Afro can hope to do.
Well, he might be lost in the smoke. How does he know if he's poking out or not? There we go. It's found himself. Dupree. Oh, he sees the tentacles, but he can't find the angle. The knife! Oh, I can't believe he's done this. Surely he sees the direction of the diffused tentacles. I mean, his perspective of the smoke will be slightly different to ours, but he could see it was being diffused, but he missed. That is a steal from Double Pony. That would have been a massive round to pick up for Astralis, but he couldn't quite find the angle.
Unreal. All right, we got a camera fix going on right now, and we need to get the pace going here because right now it is going to be Double Pony just absolutely pumped that they won that round. Sometimes it just doesn't happen. He doesn't get the angle, and you're right to point that out because sometimes we see things and then it's going to be different on the client side. And so it is. It could be that Dupree, maybe he's just barely seeing the tentacles and he's not seeing where they're going or anything like that. He just knows that it's being diffused. But regardless, that is so brutal for Astralis. That was a round that looked so good. Dupree putting it all on the line.
Send pictures of tentacles to Semler at OnFireSemler on Twitter. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Phil is
just as long as you follow me first.
Phil is social media with tentacles.
Just long
if you can, I would appreciate that. No need to tag me in. Just send them to Semler.
Absolutely tag Bardolph and actually tag everybody.
Launders probably wants to see
tag everybody here at Flashpoint. Yeah,
like a tentacle type.
Big fan. He loves traveling around, Japan, rest of Southeast Asia. He was there recently.
Yeah. I tried to meet him in Thailand to gatecrash Van Silly's wedding, but I couldn't quite make it in the end. I was super sad because I love doing dumb stuff like that.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
Yeah, it would have been awesome. So we're waiting for a camera fix, maybe a software issue rather than a hardware issue. Sometimes you've got to get that control R in the Discord to sort it out.
Well, it's one of those things where, the cameras need to be on at all times so that we can see the players as they're playing.
We're back into the game. By the way, Discord, in terms of voice comms, it has more latency than TeamSpeak.
TeamSpeak is just superior.
Yeah, TeamSpeak's the one.
That's why it's just, yeah, exactly. It is the one. Just go with TeamSpeak, guys. Everything else has fallen to the wayside. Discord is more about memes anyways.
User left the channel.
Let's get it. We're about to find out now. 14 to 11, and this is the full buy from Astralis, but I almost feel like Astralis are more lethal with Deagles. Let's see if they prove me wrong here. As Joko continues to play aggro on ramp, Dupree in the meantime in a duel over here towards B. But this Meg is finding the opening kill, and that has not happened in quite some time. And so Astralis, here we go. Look at that.
Oh, again!
Again? Are you kidding?
Oh, he's made up for it. It's fine. It's fine. Astralis, this has got to be the round. But what a time to make it to 15. Look at the money for Double Pony. They ain't got none. This is the worst time to be broken because it's going to be game point for Astralis. This is so unfortunate after a great run, but again, they've just been worn down slightly economically. Astralis getting more kills on their T side than we saw from Double Pony, and that may be the difference maker here.
Oh, ye of little faith, James. You know what these guys are capable of with Deagles. They can still make it happen. They can still ruin Astralis' day.
Yeah, we'll see what NBK chooses to do. He's got the defuse kit for that 5-second tentacle play, but he is moving away from the bomb site, as he probably should in a 1 versus 4. Self-preservation at this point. That M4 is absurdly expensive, by the way.
There we go. Which one? The Tooth Fairy?
I think it's from the Gods and Monsters collection. It's the watery one.
Oh, Poseidon.
Yeah.
Neptune.
It's like, might be $1,000 or more.
Really? For a Neptune M4?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, Neptune.
I think for trade-up purposes, I want to say, but I could be wrong. I think so.
Well, let's see. Match point for Astralis now on the T side, and yeah, Deagles and a FAMAS for body. Double Pony trying to get aggressive, trying to make the plays, and there you go. Lucky gonna catch out Dupree. They know that he keeps lurking around here in the B halls at the beginning of the rounds, and they just decide to punish him. Very nicely done.
So Joko spots towards A and sees nothing. We're not going to see a fast round just yet from Astralis, so it's okay. So they've seen not much towards A. They went deep on B and stole a rifle and didn't see any more than a lurker. So Double Pony may be unsure as to what the intentions are of Astralis in this round. Joko popping up to say hello. Some nice damage done. Maybe that tells a story later on in this round, but for now he has been dropped 4 on 4. There is utility for Astralis. Where is Body going? Where is he going? Waypoints on the A bomb side.
Just completely stuck. Now these smokes going down, trying to create some room here for Double Pony, but they could also help Glaive. Glaive setting it up now for the rest of his team, and we should be getting a bomb plant momentarily here. Bubsky has made his way onto that bomb site. NBK through the smoke, going to take down Glaive. 3-on-3 retake scenario now for Double Pony. And NBK bringing it to a 3-on-2 in favor of the Ponies.
Yeah, well, this is quite a turnaround from Double Pony. They've given themselves a chance, but there's no defuse kit that I can see. Maybe there's one on the floor. That is a very huge problem for them because, as you can see, they're still trying to make it to the bomb itself. There is a smoke to create some space, but it's such an easy lineup in the corner as well. 2 versus 2, and time is running out. It may have run out already. Magisk misses his shot. Zipex now deleted as well, but I don't think there's going to be time.
No, I think this might be it, James. 1 second.
Oh, you can't
They
be
get
serious.
it.
I thought it was over.
0.1? How close was that? There's no way.
I thought it was over. I thought there was 0 chance of winning that round.
Dude, it was, I mean, the bomb ticked over. That is as close as it gets. 15 to 12, and Double Pony on a force buy managed to get another round. So sick.
The edge of destruction.
Let's see it. Now we're into the thick of things here as Astralis are going to have money for the buy, but Double Pony looking a little bit more fierce. Nice HE onto Afro. That hurts. Not going to be pleased about that one. This time, Dupree's got a buddy with him.
Yeah, that grenade trying to put him in a mobility scooter.
If he should be so lucky. Oh.
I can't believe that this game is still going. I really thought that was a wrap.
Well, considering how the first half went, I think everybody expected a 16-2 or 3 for Astralis.
I thought the pony was turned into horse meats.
To glue.
You can find horse meat burgers in the UK.
It's a bit gamey, isn't it?
Yeah, probably a bit rich. Well, Double Pony have the opening kill. See some grenades lined up towards the B bomb site, looking to isolate fights. Will it be a double pump though? They throw some smokes, but will they commit? There's a molly as well. And more so is the push on the way. Double Pony will respond with some utility of their own. We have a lurker once again in Bubsky, but the main focus is towards B. 39 seconds on the clock. Glaive starting to move in. Zipex just sees a backpack or a waste or something. Gets the kill eventually. 3-on-3 now, 30 seconds. Magis still holding angles. The bomb on the floor being thrown over. And Astralis fall to the floor. Bubsky, he's alone now with 20 seconds, forcing Afro away. He has a chance at least to do some damage as we head towards the 13th round now for Double Pony. NBK in a simple crossfire, but he peeks out early, and Double Pony moved to 13.
And with no bomb plant for Astralis, I mean, they can have enough, but it's going to be a light buy for Glaive. For example, he's not going to be able to afford a full one. So they are going to go for it, Astralis, but it is taking everything from them. And so this is so crazy right now. We've got 10 rounds on the board. Let's see. Before I say something absolutely silly, 11 right now for Double Pony on this CT side. They're doing exactly what Astralis did to them in the first half. They're giving it back and then some. Can we get overtime? This is it. Astralis, now we're going Zipnix. Pops himself through that smoke, trying to put a little bit of pressure here towards the A ramp. The setup is ready, though, for Double Pony. They've got 3 players here ready to go.
Entry man Zipex. Glaives in the back with the MAC-10, so we'll see how that one escalates. There's the first entry. We still have a CT on short, so there will be problems here for Astralis. That's a chunky grenade as well. Magic trying to avoid the flash. Dupree holding the angle. Very nice work from Astralis. 5 versus 3, but can they hold on to this? Because last time they didn't. By the skin of their teeth, Double Pony still in this game. With 2 AWPs in tow as well. Something could be done here. We can see Astralis start to walk away from the A bomb site again. The rotation last time was heard by NBK. You can see him in the mid position.
This time around, they have a whole lot more time to work with. So they don't need to run until they're right on the bomb site already.
Yeah, no one's on B whatsoever. NBK now. How far does he go with no help, no support flashes or anything? How many kills is he willing to try and go for alone? Smoked off, all the angles taken away now. That's a horrible one for him. This might be the end of the road for the Pony. It might be off to the abattoir in game number 1. Get the meat hooks out because Astralis are coming. They've got the butcher's aprons on. And they're covered in blood.
This got dark real quick, Bardolph.
2 AWP retake, and it begins. They have a flank in Dupree, and it will be a merciless headshot, back of the head and dead. 16-13, a noble comeback from the Ponies, but it will be Astralis taking it by 3.
Indeed, and so Astralis managing to get a very solid CT side. Their T side left something to be desired, but that could also be on the Pony just being ready for them, doing their homework. But that is Double Pony's map pick falling at the feet of the Danes, and we're going to have Nuke next. Indeed. And we know that Astralis, I mean, they are a formidable Nuke team.
Absolutely. It is break time. When we're back, thoughts of a interracial desk of analysis. We'll see you after the break. Honestly, am I watching porn right now? Is it fair to call a pony a midget horse? It's utterly, oh my god, it's X-rated every round. Astralis are in that arse.
Well, it looked like Astralis was on a tear there at the beginning of the game, ending the half 13-2. But somehow, Double Pony manages to pull it back on the CT side. In fact, we only saw 5 T-side round wins in this entire map that almost went the distance.
Yeah, I think the only thing Double Pony are going to be happy about at this point is double elimination in the tournament.
Whoa.
Because, oh my God,
do they become
how close.
single pony if they go down to the losers bracket?
Yeah, maybe lose a pony in the logo.
If they win
now
this,
evolutionary logos is the future of esports. Monty, evolutionary, maybe triple pony if they win.
No, it's not triple pony because they still have 2 ponies, right?
Left, oh, like
Would
2
they
lives.
get a 3rd pony for the next round?
Oh, because there's only 2 stocks based on the bracket, right? Okay.
Oh, okay.
I get it.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, we probably care more about this than they do. But Double Pony, they could be happy about the CD side comeback. I think on the T side for Astralis, I would say the only thing that I could say that's a difference from before is just that there was Device was really good at controlling A ramp on T side, and I think the magic of them was that they could have Device alone on A site and alone on A ramp, and then they could have Bubsky, or sorry, not Bubsky, Dupree on the other side, and one of them would get a kill almost every single T round without much help whatsoever. So here I think they just had to work a little bit harder in that second half to find that opening duel. And over on the B side, I think especially Double Pony were doing a good job either staying alive long enough or getting that first frag.
Yeah, Double Pony definitely came away with some close rounds on their CT, but I mean on their T side, they only, I mean considering how abysmal it was of a half for them to start out, I mean this was a straight up massacre, to be honest. There was some opportunities for them to actually kind of show up and turn some rounds over. They didn't. And we were expecting a quick wash, but they had a little bit of a fake comeback going. They baited us up.
That's what we said. We sit backstage and we just always shout, real comeback, fake comeback?
Yeah.
Which one is it? It was a fake comeback this time. This was Double Pony's map selection, though, so was it a bit surprising? I mean, to see them fall so far behind and then come back so strong on their CT side?
The tough part was there was just no bottom fraggers on that CT side. It was like just wall after wall. It was like there was that first round with Zipix. You know when Zipix is going to have a round like that, like, oh man, there's just no one left to really slack. Bubsky was a great opper on the map. It was also a map he was good at on Mad Lions. I think it was in the final series of Flashpoint 1 that they won that. Basically everybody was like positive KD, really being aggressive and getting their kills. Dupree was literally just clipping wings over on the B site, over top of the stairs. There was a round where he's like the spot behind the wood panel on the B stairs. He always sits there. That's like his position, and everyone knows he's there, but he still manages to get multi-kills even when people come and hard clear him. And it just got to the point where there was basically no easy site to take, and yeah, it looked like it was going to be a 16-0 at one point.
Really did.
Yeah, it was a bit ropey, but credit to Double Pony for coming back on that one. Now, part of it that we wanted to take a look at was round 10, because if we investigate that round a little bit more deeply, it was one of the few T-side rounds that was actually won on this map, and you guys liked some of Double Pony's smokes.
Yeah, so the way that Joko was lurking mid throughout this game, obviously T-side for Double Pony was a nightmare. But that said, I mean, they clearly came into this with a game plan and had some ideas on how they can exploit Astralis' defense. And right here, you know, we're not going to necessarily catch it right away in this replay, but Joko's working up mid. He drops a smoke in front of himself and creates a little bit of a one-way for him to just eliminate some of the angles that are against him. And so as the B pressure comes up through the staircase and onto the site, you know, a lot of the rotators are already turned around assisting teammates towards the B side of things. So Bubsky turns, he leaves, and all this space gets created for Joko to get up in mid. We'll see a backstab from here in a minute. Any minute now.
It's coming.
It's coming, I swear.
Coming. We promise. It's a long setup for this one.
Yeah, Dupree, rock solid on the defense, is always over at B. They'll struggle to clear him out. Afra gets it. Lucky finds a second.
And they just kind of forget Joko's up here. I think Lave turns his back in heaven. And then eventually, this is just basically a free kill for him. And the whole time he was able to hang out at mid, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
That was pretty much it. He was controlling a lot of space with that smoke, and he used it multiple rounds in a row. And it's one of those smokes where if he drops it, that doesn't necessarily mean he's there. So it's hard to deal with because you have to respect it, but at the same time you can't go clear it out. So you've got to kind of sit around and wait, you know, be smarter, get the right timing.
Yeah, it feels bad too, because you have to imagine if even there were a couple more T-side rounds for Double Pony, that this might turn into a Double Pony win with how strong their CT side was. So a bit of a bummer there. However, on the Astralis side, we did have some very impressive play from Bubsky, which is a player obviously we are going to be keeping close tabs on throughout Flashpoint 3, given that he is the newest addition as a full-time player to this roster. So how is Astralis using Bubsky in these situations? Because sometimes he was on the op, sometimes he was playing with the rifle. Where are you guys seeing him slotting into this new Astralis system?
I mean, look at where he gets his frags, right? It's always pushed up against the choke points, peeking down in the choke points, never on the site holds. He's here at mid, peeking way deep into these angles. So Bubsky is very much oftentimes going for the opening kills, and when he has good games, he's getting, you know, very high KAST, very high opening kill percentage, very high ADR, and very high just pure kills. I think he was 22 and 9 at one point, and here he's showing off his versatility with the AWP as well. So I think they're just using him like he normally plays, very aggressively and very upfront. And of course, if he doesn't do a good job of getting kills alone as a first person peeking, then the whole team will fail behind him. But since coming on, he's been, I think, just playing his spots perfectly, just like how he was before. And genuinely, he is one of the best fraggers in the game, so I'm not surprised that he's doing well. He's almost like a Kinder level with how consistent he's been in terms of his opening duels.
Yeah, it's fun to watch him when he's confident, just being willing to take those challenges against multiple opponents at times. And, you know, a lot of the times I feel like we talk about younger players or players that are new into a roster or a new system, you know, wanting to play safe, not make mistakes. You know, throwing caution to the wind, I think Astralis clearly has given him the respect and the trust, really, that he can go and make his own plays and take challenges against opponents that, you know, are probably ready for him, but he just doesn't miss.
He don't miss.
He certainly has not been missing a whole lot and came out with some really strong stats in this last map. Now, looking forward to Nuke. You guys both said that you felt this is a pretty good map pool for Double Pony, and as scary as it looked for them, they did make a very good comeback. And considering they will most likely be starting on the CT side, you have to consider with Astralis picking this map. How much confidence do you have in Double Pony being able to pull out a victory here?
I would like to see the second half, just because that's where I think Vitality failed the most when they were on their CT side in the upper holds, and I think Astralis' upper holds will be much better. Magisk, watching Squeaky, and I think that we also have Bubsky, who's now gone from ramp to playing upper as well as an anchor. Those are two players I feel like are going to do, first of all, a much better job than Masuda and Kyojin could do, and I think they don't need any rep just to like get better. Yeah,
I'm just laughing because
rough game for that man.
Vitality did, and both Masuda and Kyojin did much better in their second match. I just love the slamming of the site holds.
It literally couldn't have been worse.
It was a disastrous day, but they did redeem themselves. But I'm still chuckling at it.
Yeah, they're still in the tournament, so we still kind of take jabs at them. It's all good. Like they're doing just fine. So yeah, and in the first half, I think it will be fun to watch Bubsky, especially because I think the last time around when he was a sub, Nuke was one of the struggle maps because of T-side. He had failed to get a lot of impact. So I'm really curious to see if Astralis use him on the T-side to go for a lot of opening kills, or how they're going to use him.
Yeah, and something that I'm kind of worried about for the side of Double Pony is, you know, they didn't really do a whole lot of manipulating rotations when they were playing against Vitality. It was pretty straightforward, just, you know, brute force, we're going to take this from you. And kind of like you're saying, from the comparison, upper side holds between Vitality and Astralis, I think, are going to become very apparent very early on in this game. And I don't think they're just going to be able to bully Astralis. And, you know, despite the fact that their CT side had a nice comeback there on Vertigo, I still think this is going to be an Astralis favored map.
All right, well, before we head into Nuke, we are going to take a quick break, and then we'll get into map 2 of the series.
Welcome, welcome. It is soon time for Nuke. Not quite yet, but soon. Looking forward to it?
Yes.
Double Pony had a great comeback attempt on Vertigo. I really enjoyed that. I expected more, but I wasn't expecting that many rounds in a row. I was very impressed by that.
Certainly the second half was remarkable. Actually made me a little bit worried about Astralis, considering they were looking so good on that first half and yet weren't able to just get the job done lickety-split in the second. Definitely expected to see a sharper Astralis on that T side. You know, hopefully we're going to see a little bit more from Astralis in this map. This is Astralis' map pick, and they have a bit more experience, I'd say, as this new roster on this map.
Yeah, we can see the odds there, 3.10. Or 3.1, I guess, whatever you like. Double Pony are a big underdog going into this one. Astralis looks pretty strong, but again, they both look strong on the CT side, but it is an uphill struggle for Double Pony, and I think it was always going to be. So let's have a look and see where things go. The game will very shortly be starting. I mean, new look Astralis. What are your opinions on them from what we've seen so far? Of course, it hasn't been like the longest tenure with this roster. Perma roster, if you will, just yet. But from what you've seen so far,
they're stuck in a G2 kind of loop where they need to actually find an opper. Because like on that map, Magisk was opping, right, on Vertigo. On this map, I expect to see Dupree opping. And so what is it just going to be musical chairs with the op roll every map? Is that what you're going to go with, or do you actually decide, right, you're the opper from now on? Amanek. Well, wait, no, Magisk. You know, like what are you going to do? I
was wondering if they were rotating the AWP rather than rotating the AWPer on that map. That would be interesting to see if people did that, but perhaps we'll find out in the second half if a similar thing happens here on Nuke. Astralis will be starting on the T side as it is their pick. Double Pony have opted for CT as we can see. Joko's got a lot of grenades here, and Body's got an opening kill through the smoke through Squeaky. That will be doubled by the likes of Lucky. Got great range advantage for Double Pony here with the USPs versus the Glocks. But Astralis have managed to make their way towards Secret. We'll see where else they can go. That's 2 of the 3 players, so the fact that one more could be lurking somewhere may stop a big rotation from Double Pony. See Dupree just looking for that rotation. Here's a player in main at the very least. Jump peeking, trying to find info. You can see some dirty angles being held by Double Pony, who have so many advantages at this point, 5v3. Only 2 players for Astralis again, down towards B at the moment. They've got time for Dupree to work, but that time may be running out now as it is only Magisk versus 5. He'll get deleted as well. So all the players with Kevlar are going to get the cheap helmet, which is a big boost to the CT economy. And it can be the difference between an M4 or a FAMAS/SMG.
Indeed. 350. Just to spend a little bit more on that helmet. You know, if Astralis just need to shake this round off and not think too much about that pistol. Sometimes the pistols just completely backfire on you and you lose all the duels. Zipnik's getting gunned down through smoke, for example, is just, you know, SMH, move on. So in the second round, wow, we're going to see the full buy coming in from Astralis. I mean, Deagles, Kevlar, nades using up all of their bank, so not going for the hard eco into rifles next round. Astralis are just, they're shaking off the pistol round and saying, okay, we'll take the fight too with the Deagles instead. Very interesting.
Yeah, looking to make it expensive for Double Pony. You can see Afro is able to muster an AUG for the second round. No helmet, but may not be so relevant, as we can see. Zipex inviting some information from Double Pony. Just trying to find out the positions of the players, maybe. Get him to bait, trying to bait out some utility. You can see Lucky having a look from Secret. Astralis taking their time. That's a big headshot from Magisk, and surely they can rescue that M4. They'll quickly take position as well. So we've got players down Secret now for Astralis. They're trying to pull Double Pony out of position. The bomb's been lost, though. Magisk peppering forward. That's a great response from Double Pony. 4 versus 1 now. They've completely neutralized this round. They've got the bomb. Zipex is on an island on his own. And he kind of needs to die here to keep the money with his team. He's got 30 seconds to do that. But this is a pretty good start for Double Pony. Winning the pistol. Second round, they've got 4 players alive. It's not too shabby at all.
No, this is... He just needed to die. Zipnik's that was essentially what he was set up to do. If he survived that round, or if the time ran out, he would not get any money this round, and so he just wanted to get in there, see if he could die very quickly. Nicely done there by Magus, but afterwards it's just dry peaks and all sorts of death waiting in the hallways below. Double Pony looking pretty comfortable so far, but again, very beginning of this half. It is a testament to just how competitive online CS is that we have teams like Double Pony who aren't just getting run over completely by teams like Astralis. Just goes to show the gap has shrunk online versus what we would have expected a year ago. But that's not to say that Astralis haven't had time to adapt, and it's just that you get very, very competitive matches like this one now. Double Pony finding the first kill of this round. Lucky taking down Magus. Man advantage now for the Ponies. And very quick work from them. 3-0 lead now on the CT side. And now we go into Astralis' big buy round.
Yeah, great start for Double Pony. We have all of 1 kill for Astralis. So Double Pony currently with an even better situation than Astralis had on their CT side of the map prior, which is very notable. But of course, this will be a far more dangerous round for the Pony squad. 5 AKs on road and full utility for Astralis. And I don't think anybody uses utility better in the game than Astralis. Squeaky blown off because the Afro looking for that penetration through the vent, but he'll be deleted by Zipex. And there's no response to that. So immediately the war of attrition begins in Astralis' favor. Magis now creeping in main. How on earth has he got here? Just uncontested. Outpositioned have Double Pony been. That smoke will certainly help in the hut area. See Lucky trying to deliver outside as well. Very awkward scenes here for Astralis to spray through the hut. Will do a little damage. But somehow Astralis are on the worst end of this. It was looking good for them for a time, but that has quickly changed. Through a smoke into the hands of NBK. Dupree left with 9 HP, 1 versus 3. He's got his first kill.
Didn't see him. He's a dead man.
Lucky has the info now, so he can run to the A-bomb site, but he may be denied. He's got a minute, however, so he may not go straight to his doom. Looking towards Squeaky, and Body will put him out of his misery. 4-0 for Double Pony.
Man, and just way to fight back in that round after losing the man early in that fight, and then Magus with the flank as well. You're really thinking that this is all just going to spin out of control completely for the Ponies, and that Astralis in their first buy round would be looking so good, and yet somehow Double Pony just winning these duels afterwards. Astralis fed themselves in one after the other, and that was NBK with the quick repositioning there to get his second kill.
I'm amazed they lost that round after Magisk is in main with a kill.
Yeah.
That is
not able to. It's the smoke being down in hut that doesn't allow Dupree to trade it, right? That's what ends up really hurting them. So if you can trade that kill immediately and just get the upper sight, well then there you go, done and dusted for Astralis. But it doesn't happen, and now with the smoke wall down, irrelevant. As whoa, Body making a little bit of noise here.
I think it's a bit difficult to gauge just how strong Double Pony are with the data we have at present, but as we can see, they're always threatening to have a solid CT side.
Can you imagine those scalps though? Like you take down Vitality, you take down Astralis. Could you imagine? It's like Tier 1 CS just hangs its head in shame, just retire all of you. That doesn't mean anything anymore.
I'd have to dive through that window. It's like Disney outside. Just waiting for a deer to walk past.
Wow, you're right. Is that a screen?
It might be. I hope it's not. It could be.
Think about it though. Nothing is real anymore, Bardolph.
Nothing is real. I mean, it's very bright out there. Surely it's like.
Yeah, it's prime
Should be a bit darker.
Should be.
It is a lie, isn't it? It's a lie. 5 AKs are out for Astralis once again. I love this. These entry plays from Zipex. They are fun to watch. Definitely changing things up. Oh, they're lining up through the smoke for Lucky. He might get a second one as well. Punishing the tracer fire from Astralis. He's got way more out of that than one might expect. That's a great start for Double Pony in round number 6 again. Just like the Ponies had in the previous game, Astralis looking for more kills. Haven't had as much impact as they might have liked in terms of the CC economy. Never mind winning a round. Good to see Lucky just over $9,000. The money is flowing. The champagne is flowing for Double Pony. And it's getting better for them. 4 versus 3, body with the high grounds. I had a collision with a grenade there. Joko looking in the lobby now. Now, Magiska's in the anti-eco position. The CT side are rushing lobby or something, then that's where you can take engagements and fall back, isolate fights and such. NBK playing the clock. Ooh, ooh. Oh, just about! And as the bomb carrier dropped as well. Magiska's dropped soon after up top. 6-0 double pony.
They're everywhere right now, James. They're just winning all of the fights. NBK just lurking down there, and I mean, he even gets a second chance. You almost saw him just, jump in his chair in surprise when he noticed the guy on his screen. Even with the weird flanks coming through from Astralis, Double Pony are coming out ahead. 6-0 on the CT side here for Double Pony. And as far as Astralis are concerned, it's going to be that half-buy scenario now. Deagle, Kevlar, handful of nades.
Trying to smoke off main. Bounced off the wall. We've seen a few missed grenades, a few whiffs.
That's a whiff as well. There's a huge gap. Look at that. Huge gap in the smoke for Afru. And they have to know it, Astralis. They have to realize that they are going to be running risky. Yep. Whole lot of risk running across there.
Nice shot from Afro. Satisfying to deliver those kills. Not satisfying for Astralis, though. Their mouths are still hungry. Looking for their first round, and again, just some more kills. Glaive currently 0 for 7, Bubsky 0 for 6. Okay, hold on a second. Bubsky, at least he's done some damage. There's a first kill. That got spicy for a time.
What's the trippy thing is that this is almost identical to what we saw from Double Pony and Astralis and Vertigo. First half, I mean, Double Pony had no kills. We're going in the 7th round, soon to be 8th round, and Astralis are sitting at 7 kills total across the entire team. Glaive has got a secret agent going. Yeah,
he's 007. He's got a tuxedo out. No martini on the beach though. He's in the bin at the moment. Again, Zipex just waiting to die. There's a song by 07 called "Waiting to Die." I recommend it.
Okay.
I always think about that in situations like that, where the T has to, he's trying to do some damage, but his job is to die before the time runs out.
So he is just waiting
to die. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Pretty good song. I think
we'll
it's got Sia on it. Always good.
Sounds very emo, but we'll give it a listen.
It's nice. It's 07's a great band. It's very tidy music.
Very tidy.
Tidy music, yeah. don't ask me to explain that.
Fair enough.
I think if you heard it, you would agree.
That,
if you heard it, you would agree. But I couldn't explain it to you. You just have to hear it and be like, okay, I see what you mean. But then you could also not describe it. It's like a disease or something, an infection. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? 7-0 for Double Pony. No bomb plants for Astralis. They are failing on all fronts at the moment.
Utter devastation right now on the Astralis camp, and this is going to get that, that AWP in play, and Dupree will be the one rocking it. So expected to see this here for Astralis. Afro still, of course, has the AWP on the CT side. Dupree checking for a quick secret play, and right now, Double Pony have a good grip on the economy on what Astralis will have to bear, and so passive play from Lucky way back in garage, not going to be vulnerable to any of the usual angles that Dupree can occupy.
NB is downstairs in the vents. You can see him making his way in. Speaking of making his way in, again, it's Zipex looking to entry, and Magiska's here to trade. NBK just delaying a little, showing some presence. You never know when he's going to pop out. Jack in the box there. Joko at the back of the side, up close to York. He will be unsuccessful. 4 versus 3 in favor of Astralis. A lot of spray from Lucky. So close to the smoke, though. Always an issue when you're tracers. Every third shot you fire a tracer, it's going to be really easy for the T's to respond and kill you through that smoke. And then there was NBK and Afro. Disappointed maybe throwing good money after bad, so we'll see what they choose to do. Bomb not planted just yet, though, as Astralis look to keep structure and hold position and map control as the bomb heads in for a bomb plant.
So let's keep in mind that Double Pony are filthy rich right now, so they could afford to lose these guns. Astralis, however, cannot afford to lose these weapons, and so NBK is going to get clever, come up over the top. Unfortunately for him, he would have just caught Dupree in the side of the head there had he gone around the corner. Instead, now he may actually miss out on picking up a kill. So an unfortunate turn of events for NBK, who's currently on the hunt. Oh, there we go. Very nice, and that's a confusing moment for Dupree. How in blazes did that happen?
Astralis will make their exit. Their first round is finally on the board. And you may question how many rounds do they need on the CT side. I would expect Astralis to have strength on their CT side as well, but you don't want to be moving into a CT side where you're dependent on winning the pistol as Double Pony were in the previous map. There's a lot riding in that one round in a situation such as that. So Astralis will definitely be looking for 4 or 5 plus rounds. I mean, they'll be looking for 8 rounds technically, but you know what I mean. Worst case scenario.
Yes, they would like to win out from here. I just don't know if they can reproduce that one. Kind of broke their way very quickly, and not being able to get any kind of impact in vents either. That was really unfortunate. So curious to see if Astralis can reproduce the success that they just experienced with their first round on the board. Lucky's already got that AWP posted up. We've gone to a double AWP setup for Double Pony, worth pointing out. Afro out in yard, and an op holding ramp. Footsteps through, no shots. No shots put in by Double Pony.
I saw a smoke from Astralis hit a closed squeaky door. And there's Zipex again in sentry mode. He will fall on this occasion. But again, Magisk is... We've seen like Zipex will swing and Magisk will trade if necessary. That was a late one, but still successful. Oh, they're lining up for Bubsky, but the transfer isn't there. So it is a 3-on-3. Still a minute on the clock and Glaive is hunting. Afro misses a very close shot. Most unfortunate. NBK playing off angles. You can see him dancing between Decon and the site. He will opt to close the door as Magisk and Astralis consider their options. 45 seconds for them to choose what they want to do. NBK making noise in events now. Not sure if anybody's there to hear it. Speaking of making noise, up the ladder go Astralis, and we got stereo frags across the map, which allowed them to get a second round on the board.
Getting ahead of those rotations, getting ahead of those plays. And Magisk, right there, that's the key. They just dry peek Lucky, and somehow he manages to get that kill on Lucky. Definitely dropped the ball on that one, Lucky. Not really sure how he misses that shot and able to not get like 2 kills out of his 1 death. So Magisk, to me, really made the play there that allowed for Astralis to continue to push forward, because if Lucky holds the line, or at least trades 2 for 1, I think it's a very winnable situation for Double Pony. So now Afro out in the yard. We're seeing this bank really get tapped into now for Double Pony. They don't have a whole lot of it left. But they are willing to play aggressive. They are willing to take some risks. And let's see, there is a trade possible here for Astralis as Afro peeks in. Oh, man. This is tense. Nice shot. And
he's reading the potential, but can he deliver?
Help from your teammate, man.
Yeah, off angle for him. Too close to the corner of contention. Dupree will punish him for his sins. 4-on-4, and Dupree may pull rotation elsewhere now. We can see there is a focus on the high ground from Astralis, at least for the time being. Zipex now creeping through or around the smoke. Scary game being played by both sides. Who's going to be faster? Zipex on this occasion. Now, ramp is compromised. There's no one else here. There's no eyes towards ramp for Double Pony. They've seen one go down secret, and now they've lost ramp. Do they read a B play? Lucky, that's a massive whiff from him. He had a good second to get a kill on Bubsky there. Maybe some nerves now. Double Pony running out of steam in this first half. 4 versus 1. Body deleted, leaving Joko to do a lot. Well, he's conceded his position, and it's not going to go well for him. Well then, Astralis moved to 3, and the money is starting to run out for Double Pony. That was not a strong round from them.
No, quite the struggle, quite the struggle. But they eventually will get it done here, and we are going to get a 3rd round on the board for Astralis. And so it looks like things are starting to come together on the Astralis side. Money should not be fantastic here. It's all kind of all over the place right now for Double Pony. It's looking like they'll go for at least exactly just a half buy. Those with a lot just spend a little bit more this round and try and even out that money for the next one. So we should likely see Astralis with 4 rounds here in a moment. Aggression coming in here from Double Pony. I really like this out in the yard. Close quarters with those Deagles, man. We've seen how dangerous they can be, and Magisk is just currently out here all alone. He has no reason to expect somebody else out in the yard as well.
Down he goes to join his teammates.
Oh, this is crazy. Now he's in a position where he's in a winning position now. Outrageous.
Rack up those kills.
That's just the difference a second makes. It's crazy, you know?
Oh, nice.
Oh, there it is.
Anti-eco ace, lovely stuff.
Anti-eco ace. Vegas getting all the kills. But just the fact he goes down secret, all of a sudden that completely changes the dynamic, because then he's going to be looking at where the flank would have been coming from before that would have caught him in the side.
Yeah, and his gun's well protected if he dies as well, which is always good. You want to keep your guns out of the hands of ecoing opponents. Well then, Double Pony will take a timeout as they try to turn things around. They have swiftly lost momentum at 7-1. We did say, Astralis, you know, worst case 4-5, but they'll be going for 8, and they're on the way. They've won every round since their first, and now the deficit is 3 rounds for Astralis. We'll see what the buy looks like for Double Pony soon. Looks pretty reasonable. They have enough money for rifles and grenades. But how do they stop the bleeding at this point? Glaive still 2 kills on this T side. Zipex with 3, but he's had some crucial entries, and of course he's had Magis coming in from the back to trade frag. He's been creating space for his team, so his scoreboard doesn't tell the whole story. He's been a space maker, and then Magis is coming in and cleaning up 11 for 7. So you can see the effects there in the recent rounds.
I'll be curious to see if Dupree continues to get headshots or not. He's at 100% right now, but only 4 kills. It's usually how it works with the headshot percentage. It's like, oh man, so high, and then he has like 3 kills. And you're like, okay then. But so far, Dupree just popping off. Bubsky gonna get in the mix as well. But here we go. Smoke wall goes down. Do we have a flash over the top?
Oh my days.
They trade places.
Oh my god, Dupree, he knows someone else is there. He knows exactly what they're going to do. That was fun to watch. Mixed success for both teams. 4-on-4 now as they look to charge into the A bomb side of Astralis. It's Magisk leading the charge this time with Zipex in the back. And there he is to cover the vent. You can see him just a bit slower than his teammate, making sure that all the bases are covered and Double Pony get deleted once again.
So there's the AWP going to be backing off and trying to save it, and that's demo, and that's kind of just knowing where on the map your opponents are supposed to be. And so you kill one guy, and you're like, there is definitely the main player still alive somewhere, and what are the odds of him having traded places with me in the smoke? Pretty high. So that's the game IQ coming through there for Dupree, fully aware of what his opponents are up to.
He saw the HE thrown from main earlier on as well.
He knew somebody was around there.
Yep.
So
Game
I like
sense.
it.
Spatial awareness.
It's useful. It's a useful thing. What's also useful is the fact that Astralis have just a whole bunch of AKs and an AWP and nades, and they're going up against Deegs. Perhaps some aggression here from Double Pony. Yeah, hoping to get lucky through the smoke. Bit of a challenge. Zipnik's at risk of getting caught.
Ooh.
Oh, point bank. Sees it coming.
Ready for it. The swing from Lucky will be...
I like this, though, from Double Pony. They don't waste any time. They just go straight in. Eco rounds, odds of them winning it, very slim.
Get him out of the way.
And so, yeah, just get in there. Fight like mad. Try and kick him with your sharp hooves, your little pony hooves.
NBK with the Ruby. That knife's got really cool inspect. The ray inspect balances it on hand.
Yeah, that one, it's hard to get, though.
Falchion.
It's the Falchion?
Right? Yeah,
Is it the
I think
Falchion?
it's a Falchion. Is it?
That sounds about right.
I think it's a Falchion. I had a Slaughter for a while. I love the Slaughter skins.
I had a Falchion as well at some point.
What have you got now? You got a Tiger Tooth, right?
Yeah, Tiger Tooth Bayonet and a Ursus for his D-Pat.
Ursus is a sick knife.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's not for his D-Pat, actually. It's just a forest pattern, whatever it is. I got that green theme going. I like what Hunter's doing with his skins.
Green.
Going.
Well then, have a look at that that round win. There's only been, well, one round won by detonation or defuse. Everything else is pure headshots. Just brute force from both squads. But again, it has been a while. Where has the success gone from Double Pony, and why can't they bottle it once again? Maybe they can in the late rounds of the first half. 2 chances remain. AWP for both squads. All M4s around it for Double Pony, and of course all AKs around it for Astralis. Good utility for both squads. They've got all the things they want. See Bubsky looking to blow up Squeaky delayed. Flashbang as Glaive looks to swing towards Secret. Off he goes.
This is the change, though, and he was not expecting that at all. He was fully expecting Afro to be out in the yard, and for him to be just waiting like that in a weird angle, that is super slick on Double Pony's side. Zipmix takes down MDK. Dupree gets taken out, however, maintaining the man advantage for Double Pony, but we could get Astralis actually getting a bomb plant, James. The bomb could start ticking.
Afro opening Sesame, and too many angles. They've lost the man advantage now. He exposed himself to the site, didn't have the angles with the scope, of course, and that's a free one for Astralis, which Double Pony may regret. Let's see how the round plays out, especially considering their money. If they go for a retake here and they lose all their weapons, the next one may be free for Astralis, so that was perhaps an opportunity squandered. Magisk hasn't revealed his position just yet. You can see Double Pony kind of hesitant, just standing in the choke points, and that may prove expensive for them. Body on the site now, doing the best he can. 1 versus 2. Is there cover for the door? We can see Zipex by the window. No one's actually on the bomb. They haven't got a defuse kit, and it will be even more expensive. You can see Zipex looking to trade. He'll take everything away from Double Pony.
And he even survives the round. Even survives the round. They don't even get the pleasure of taking him with them. It's just brutal now. Yeah. Astralis, 7 rounds in a row.
I think Afro maybe outstayed his welcome when he opened that door, because he just obscured his own. Of course, he has obscured vision with the AWP, and could have held some area maybe towards control or something while he waits for his team to rotate. So that was unfortunate. Gave Astralis more angles, and it's still a reasonable buy for this last. Well, I say reasonable. It's not ideal. They've got 2 MP9s and a FAMAS.
Super light.
So it kind of sucks. Let's be honest.
And right now, Astralis are kind of playing into that. If we take this out into the yard, those AKs will have an advantage against the MP9s, against the even the M4s. And in the meantime, Dupree just content to sit and op once more. There's the Jiggle Peek, gets the kill. Easy peasy. This is going to prompt a rotation out of Double Pony.
You see Bubsky's waiting for that rotation. Got to be careful where he stands, of course, not to concede his shadow. That'll be spotted, but it won't matter anymore. And then there was Afro, 1 versus 5 with no kit. So it'll have to be done the hard way. Bomb not in the B bomb site just yet, or the A bomb site. On the way though, with an escorting Glaive. Right, that's disappeared. And there it is, 8 rounds. They actually do it from 7-0, or 0-7 to 8-7. Astralis bring things straight back. Are Double Pony in trouble? Are they on the way to the abattoir? Find out after the break.